How y'all doing this week? This is Charlie coming through, inspired to share another message with y'all and talk a little bit about what I've been going through because all I can do is share a little bit about who I am and I've been gradually doing that, and people who have been paying attention to this since I started these channels can probably see how I've been evolving. Um, I've been going through a real time to where I've been have to really, it was appropriate for me to really do a lot of inner work, and just like that butterfly that goes into the cocoon and take time to reflect on all these emotions I've been feeling. And one of the emotions I just was, before I started to make this video, Eric and I were talking and talking about some of the feelings I've been feeling. And I've talked about before on videos about you being vulnerable and allowing yourself to be truly who you are. And we are, even though we understand maybe we're a light being in a physical body having a human experience, but this human experience matters. And being human, yes, everything we need is within ourselves. But being a human, I'm really learning that being vulnerable to ask for help when you need help. And it doesn't mean that you can't do it for yourself, but it's that support from each other, where you share your experience with somebody, not to encourage them to feel like this is happening to them because of whatever, just sharing your experiences and being vulnerable enough to be real with them and say, you know what, I need help. I mean, I've been going through a lot of turmoil in my life as far as challenges. Wouldn't say turmoil. I don't really didn't like that word. Challenges that have truly helped me understand myself, and financially, with my home, with some issues I've had around the house with the water and then with my vehicle, fixing it, and then also a lot of stuff with my family ties. It's been very challenging for me, where I've spent so much time, and it's probably one of the reasons. Well, it is the reason why I haven't really felt inspired to do videos. It's just like been really challenged with my own feelings, and they've been really it's been tough because these are feelings that I've had for a long time, and I've suppressed them and didn't acknowledge them. And part of this lifetime, and part of my understanding, especially with my family, it's not always easy to ask for help. It's very challenging, as a matter of fact, to ask for help, because one of the things that the family line was to take pride. And nothing wrong with feeling good about what you're doing. That's a good thing. But when you feel like you can't ask, because for myself, I didn't want to look weak. I didn't want to look weak. But I'm asking for people's support and love. When you think about me right now, I could use a little extra love, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Just like in my financial world, it's been, I have all these spiritual gifts. I'm willing to work, but I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to understand how I'm supposed to use these gifts to provide for myself at the same time. Because I am going through I'm transforming in a lot of ways that It's been very uncomfortable because I guess feeling that feeling weak and vulnerable, and didn't realize that that was still a very sensitive area for me. But it's all right too. It's okay, and I look at myself with a lot of gentleness and appreciation of the fact that I can sit here and say this out loud, especially knowing this is going to be probably posted, and it's all right. I just want you. I want everybody that I appreciate everybody who watches this, and you're drawn here for whatever reason. And remember, if anything you hear on this channel doesn't feel right for you, then it's all right. It wasn't right for you. But just remember how much love and compassion I have for each and every one of you, including myself. And remember, we're all figuring this out. We're all waking up to who we are. And sometimes as we're waking up to who we are, these emotions that we're feeling can be very, very unsettling. But it's only because we're acknowledging them and we're feeling them. And it's so important that we acknowledge them and feel. And here's what I'm really learning. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. And sometimes if you can help your brothers or sisters with financially, that's fine. But the main thing I think is important is that we listen to each other and we give each other emotional support with love and compassion. But also do that with ourselves. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of stumbling a little bit over my words. It's been very emotional. Wow. It's all good, though. Anyways, let's see who's going to come through. And let's just see. I don't know what kind of message it is today. We're just going to see what comes through. I love and appreciate every one of you. And I have all I can say is just feel what you're feeling. Remember, I love you. If nobody else loves you, I love you. But here's most of all, you love yourself or you wouldn't be even listening to this. I love and appreciate every one of you. Let's see who's coming through today. We are the Arcturians. We are so happy to be here today. We have such love and compassion for each and every one of you. We're still feeling Charlie's emotions. We are just loving him right now. This is one of the reasons we have such compassion and gratitude that you agreed to be here at this time, to take these challenges on, to feel them. You don't always have to understand them, but feel them and appreciate them, because they are bringing understanding, and they are helping your soul grow in so many ways. And it's so important that you embrace these challenges, especially the ones that come up, that are coming up, because you're truly releasing. You're truly releasing energy that does not serve you anymore. Sometimes it comes out into the physical body. You feel it in the physical body. You feel like something's being done to you when it's being done for you, but you have to release it. And if you feel like showing these emotions where you cry, you pound your fist, Show these emotions. Appreciate them. These are emotions that you have been suppressing, sometimes for multiple lifetimes. Don't suppress these emotions anymore. They're not serving you. Feel them. You're such beautiful, beautiful beings. You're so connected in ways that you have allowed yourself to forget. And as you meditate, as you find joy, as you are around nature, play in the soil, play with your kids, play with your grandkids, play like that inner kid that you truly are. You are such a beautiful being. Remember, remember. Treat yourself like that child, that beautiful newborn. Allow yourself to love yourself. Tell yourself how great you are. Connect with that I am presence. You're so worthy. You're so deserving of all the abundance that this beautiful Gaia can bring you. Take responsibility for all these emotions that you are allowing yourself to truly feel. Everything is happening for your higher good. You cannot push anything away anymore. You don't want to anyways. Allow that discomfort to be there. Allow it to affect you in any way that's appropriate for you to release it. Ask. You have so many guides around you. Your ancestral guides, there are so many around you. Your angels, your galactic brothers and sisters. You're so special, so beautiful, because you're allowing yourself to be here at this time, to go through this transition. Because we have an understanding of how challenging it truly is. But it will be worth it. You are coming to an understanding of truly who you allowed yourself to forget who you are. Do not give your power to anyone. Share your experiences from a perspective of what it helped you truly understand about your unique expression of creation. And be gentle. Remember, this is a process of waking up. This has been a very emotional understanding for Charlie today. And when you realize how everything affects the collective. You may say, I'm not doing anything special. Yes, you are. You're remembering who you are. Sometimes that may be just as you remember who you are, you're holding the light. Sometimes that may be just what you're supposed to do. But as you step into the unknown, because it feels right to you, you have no idea where you may be led. Do not underestimate your value. Everybody matters. We're all a piece of this beautiful puzzle. We have such love and compassion for each and every one of you. We will take one question today. Charlie's emotions maybe could hold that vibration for a little longer.
We were talking about asking for help earlier. How does one ask for help when they're so afraid?
Are you talking from the spiritual part, or are we talking from the physical part?
In the physical. How does someone that's afraid to ask for help ask for help? What do they need to look at?
What are they truly looking at when somebody asks for help in the physical? When you're truly understanding that the universe is supporting you and loving you and is bringing the right people around you by how it feels. Part of your challenge, at least for Charlie's challenge, is to trust and to understand as you make peace with these challenges inside and you ask yourself, what is truly keeping me from asking for help? What is truly keeping me from asking for help? And feel it, but be open to hear the answer. Because we're going to expose Charlie right now. He knows it too. He knows when he had this understanding that he wanted to channel, and open himself up to express our messages. It was part of opening himself up. But when he asked himself, what is keeping him from asking for financial help, emotional help? What did he have left? What was left standing there with him? There's one word, and it was pride. Pride. And then when he asked himself, where did this pride come from? A lot of it came from his conditioning that he allowed himself to experience to help his inner self understand that he is the only one that is keeping himself from asking for help. He's not asking for help because he can't do it for himself. He is asking for help because he realizes this is what part of being human is. We're in this together. We help each other because it's the right thing to do. Our galactic brothers and sisters are here assisting you because it's the right thing to do. But we love you enough to trust that you can figure it out for yourself by asking for guidance. Because sometimes a different perspective brings a whole understanding of how you're getting in the way of understanding it from your perspective. This is why these messages come through, to help you understand to who you truly are as that I am presence. And realizing that you're just waking up and understanding who you truly know you are. But you have to remember first, it's just like if your arm is got cold from frostbite and it's waking up. Unfortunately, part of the wake up process is painful. It doesn't mean that that's the whole process. But once the blood gets circulating and all that, and gets warm and warm, the pain is gone. Then you remember how you can use your hand again. All of a sudden your fingers start working. You can grab. You can manipulate anything with your hands. But when it was frozen, you couldn't do anything with it. But you're thawing out to who you truly are. You're such a magnificent being. Ugh. It's okay to ask for help. You know by how it feels if you're trying to ask somebody to take on your journey or maybe to assist you in understanding your journey. But if you're blocking any of that, ask yourself, what is keeping you from asking for that help? But being open to hear. To hear. You're never doing anything wrong. Remember that. You're never doing anything wrong. We have such love and compassion for each and every one of you. You're so fucking amazing. We love you and appreciate you.